Right now, we're no longer dealing with just x's. We are now dealing with numbers, so we actually do want to completely simplify it. So the reality is on a lot of these things, there's multiple ways that you can do them. If you can root something first, I would strongly recommend it. So in this particular case here, the cube root of 8 means what times itself is equal to 8. And 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. So the cube root of 8 is 2. But then I want to square it. Both of these exponentials, the normal exponent and the power and the root, are totally equivalent in terms of PEMDAS. So you can do either one in whatever order you want. And so our final answer here is 4. So let me explain. If I were to do this part here first, I would get 64. And then I would be taking the cube root of 64. Now, I happen to know the cube root of 64, but oftentimes I'll know what it is when it's smaller much easier than when it's bigger. But you could do that, and then the cube root of 64 is 4, so you still get the same answer either way. Let's look at it this way here. So I want to take the fifth root of negative 243. So, what, 3 to the 5th? So 3 to the 5th is equal to 343, so it must be negative 3. So negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 is equal to my answer. I'm sorry, a lot more negative 3's than that. Is equal to my answer, so the fifth root of that must be negative 3. Now, to write this as a fractional, 243 to the 1/5 enables us to then plug all that stuff into our calculator. Oops. So we could do negative 243 to the 1/5 power, and voila, we get our negative 3. Go calculators. All right, let's look at 24 and 25. Again, you have options. In this case, you can't really take the fourth root of 4, but you can totally square 4 squared. And now you can take the fourth root of 16. So now order makes it easier to do, and the fourth root of 16 is simply 2. Again, that would be because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16 in terms of guessing and checking. And if you would plug that into your calculator, you would have 16 to the 1/4. That's the power of the fractions. You can use your calculator for that. So it would be 16 to the 1/4 power. Notice that I am putting it in parentheses to indicate that the whole thing is to that power. Now, this guy here, well, okay, so let's go back here for a moment. Back here, we could have done something different. We could have written it as fractional. And if we wrote it as fractional, I could have reduced it, which would have given me the square root of 4, and that would have been another way that we could do that. And I see that here because I think 5th root of 36, I don't want to do that, and 10th root of 36 to the 5th power is huge, and the 10th root of that I can't even do. But I look at these and I go, if I write it as a fraction, I get just simply 1/2, which really means I'm just asking to square root 36, which suddenly makes it a super duper 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 easy question. There you go.